Hi, precious Panthers. Today, Miss Lisa is going to read to you Love You Forever. The author is Robert Munsch, and the illustrator is Sheila McGraw. The author is the person who writes the words, and the illustrator is the one who draws the pictures. A mother held her new baby and very slowly rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while she held him, she sang, "I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be." That baby grew. He grew and he grew. He grew until he was 2 years old, and then he ran around the house. He pulled all the books off the shelf. He pulled all the food out of the refrigerator. And he took his mother's watch and flushed it down the toilet. Sometimes his mother would say, "This kid is driving me crazy." But at nighttime, when that 2-year-old was quiet, she opened the door to his room. She crawled across the floor, looked up over the side of his bed, and if he was really asleep, she'd pick him up and she'd rock him back and forth, back and forth. And while she rocked, she sang, "I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be." The little boy grew. He grew and he grew, and he grew until he was 9 years old. He never wanted to come in for dinner. He never wanted to take a bath. And when Grandma visited, he always said bad words. Sometimes his mother wanted to sell him to the zoo. But at nighttime, when he was asleep, the mother quietly opened the door to his room and she crawled across the floor. And if he was really asleep, she'd pick up that 9-year-old boy and rock him back and forth. And while she rocked, she sang, "I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be." The boy grew. He grew and he grew until he became a teenager. He had strange friends. He wore strange clothes. And he listened to strange music. Sometimes the mother felt like she was in the zoo. But at nighttime, when that teenager was asleep, the mother opened the door to his room, crawled across the floor, and looked up over the side of the bed. If he was really asleep, she'd pick that great big boy, and she'd rock him back and forth, and she would sing, "I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be." That teenager grew. He grew and he grew until he was a grown-up man. He left home and he got a house across town. But sometimes on dark nights, the mother got into her car and she drove across town. Ooh, I wonder what she's going to do. If all the lights in her son's house were out, she opened his bedroom window, crawled across the floor, looked up over the side of his bed. If that great big man was really asleep, she'd pick him up and she'd rock back and forth, and she would sing, "I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be." Well, that mother, she got older. She got so old. One day she called her son and said, "You better come see me because I'm very old and sick." So her son came to see her. When he came in the door, she tried to sing the song. She sang, "I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always." But she couldn't finish because she was too old and too sick. The son went to his mother. He picked her up and he rocked her back and forth. And he sang, "I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my mommy you will be." When the son came home that night, he stood for a long time at the top of the stairs. Then he went into the room where his very new baby daughter was sleeping. He picked her up in his arms, and very slowly he rocked his baby girl in his arms, and he sang, "I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be." The end. Always remember, no matter how big you get, your mommy and your daddy will always love you. Just like me, Miss Lisa. I love you, sweet babies. Bye-bye.